Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Sunday, July 20th, 2025, and I have returned to the Raritan River, and I am going to be doing something very, very different today. I am going to be trying to find fish for my aquarium. So, little backstory, the yellow perch that I had in there for about 6 years finally died. May they rest in peace. And I was wondering what to do with the fish tank next. And I decided I was going to make a Raritan River fish tank. I was going to dedicate it to the species that are endemic to the Raritan River. And I was going to focus on the smaller species, not the game species like the sunfish or the bass or the rock bass or anything like that. So I'm going to poke around with a dip net, and I am going to turn over some rocks and see what I can come up with. There's a couple of species that I would really like to have, but even if they don't show up, as long as I can get a few, I'll be pretty happy. So let's grab our dip net and see what we can come up with. This is just a cheap one I bought off of Amazon. Alright, so my first catch is a crayfish. I am not going to be keeping him for the fish tank because these are incredibly aggressive and they will kill everything else. But what I'm going to do is, if I can't catch enough with just the dip net, I'm going to try microfishing, which I've never done before. So if I do that, I might wind up cutting this guy up and using him for bait. So I'm going to throw him in the bucket, and he better pray that the little fish are going to be cooperative today. Ooh, look at this. That's a hellgrammite. Definitely not going to be keeping him for the tank. And if I were targeting smallmouths, I'd definitely keep him. But for today, I'm going to let him go. Looks like he's already finding his way out of here. And there is a thunderstorm passing in the area, so I'm going to be sticking close to this bridge while that's here, just so in case it really starts pouring or if the lightning gets close, I can duck under here and be pretty well protected. Oh! Oh my goodness! Look at this! I caught an eel! I was not expecting to catch an eel. That is awesome! Well, I'll tell you what, as cool as that is, eels get pretty big, and I don't want that thing outgrowing my fish tank. So I am going to let this go. But that's a really cool catch. That is super duper cool. Interesting. Eels make excellent striped bass bait. Oh, we got something. What do we get? It's a catfish of some kind. I don't know what kind it is. I think it's a mad tom. Judging by the size, I don't think it's a juvenile bullhead, because bullheads are black when they're this small. So I think this is a mad tom. All right, cool. That one is gonna go in the bucket. Oh, what did we get here? That looks like a red breast sunfish, a little guy. And it's not what I'm after today. This guy will get a little too big for the tank. Well, not really, but he'll get bigger than what I'm after. So this one gets tossed back. And nothing in the gravel. Okay. Onward. Literally leaving no stone unturned in my quest for fish tank fish. Ooh, that's a big crayfish. Well, big for the Raritan. Still not what I'm after. Matter of fact, a big crayfish is the last thing I want in my fish tank. After a few days, it'd be the only thing left. Ooh, what have we got? We got something. What are you? Stop flopping. Oh, this is one of the species I wanted. That's a darter. Oh, that's definitely going in the bucket. I'm very happy about that. All right, well, now that we've got a couple of fish in there, I've got the aerators turned on. I've got 2 aerators going. I want to make sure this water is very well oxygenated, because these fish are they're gonna be in here for a couple hours before they make it to their new home. So, got to make sure they stay nice and healthy. All right, let's get back to it. See what other fish I can find. Oh, we got something else. What did we get? There's a lot of sand in here. I think it's another darter. Yeah, smaller one. All right, we'll throw that one in the bucket too. Well, everybody, I spent about an hour and a half flipping rocks and found a few neat things, but still a little light, I think. I was hoping to come away with maybe 7 or 8 fish for the tank. Right now I've got 3. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a size 26 hook on this pole, and I'm going to try microfishing. I see a bunch of what I think are shiners milling around out here. So I'm going to drop this in and I'm going to see if this will work. I've never done this before. We're in uncharted territory. Got him. I think this is a satin fin shiner. It's got the white margins on its fins. All right, there he is. He'll make a nice addition to the tank. In the bucket he goes. Fish on, there we go. What is this? This looks like a killifish. I just saw him scooting around over here in the shallows, and I dropped it right in front of him. He picked it right up. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Look at that. Another one for the tank. I even managed to pull my bait out of his mouth. You ever try to put bait on a size 26 hook? It is not easy. Got him. Oh, he's off. Dang it. Got him. Oh, it's a sunfish. We're not keeping this one. And he took my bait too, the little stinker. All right. Gonna bait up and try again. Got him. Oh, no way. No stinking way. Look at this. That is a largemouth bass. And to top it all off, he's got the hook all wrapped up in the net. Hang on. I don't believe that. Oh, there we go. Popped out. I was gonna get the hemostats, but we're all set. Jeez. Oh, this is definitely not going in the tank. Or else, given enough time, this will be the only thing left in it. Got him. I think it's another satin fin shiner. Woohoo! Look at me, I'm microfishing. Extreme Philly Fishing would be so proud of me. All right, this will go in the bucket. Got him. That was my very next cast. Another one of those shiners. They are definitely hungry. whenever I throw in there, they like swarm it. Like a dozen of them swarm it. All right, into the bucket with you. There we go. All right, I think that's gonna do it. I've got about 5 or 6 of these shiners. So I think that's a good, at least a good start for the fish tank. All right, well, I'm gonna take my bucket full of fish and I am going to head home. I'll tell you what, I wasn't sure how I was gonna like microfishing. It's really interesting. I would say if you like sight fishing, you'll get a kick out of microfishing because it's 99% sight-based. Will I ever do it again, other than getting stuff for the fish tank? I don't know, because one of the reasons I go fishing is to get a chance at a big fish, which is not going to happen when you're microfishing. But yeah, it was a very interesting change of pace, and I can see why guys like it so much. So I'm not going to end this video just yet, even though I am going home, because you guys have yet to see my fish tank. So once I put the fish in there and I make sure that they don't all croak on me, I will show it off to you. So I will see you in what for me will be a couple of days, but what for you will be a couple of seconds. Well, here it is, guys, the fish tank, and by all accounts, all the new fish are doing pretty well. It's 2 days after I caught them, and they've settled in, they've even started eating, and I think early signs are that this is going to be a success. So as you can see, there's all the shiners schooled up there and milling around. They are definitely the most active fish in the tank. What I thought were satin fin shiners actually look like they're spot fin shiners. The two do look very similar because they have the white margins on their fins. But the spot fin shiners have 2 dark spots on their dorsal fins. And there's also another shiner. Let me see if I can zoom in on him or get closer to him. There's one that doesn't have margins on his fins, and I think that one's either a spot fin shiner, or not a spot fin, a spot tail shiner, or a swallowtail shiner. I haven't figured out which one yet. And there is the banded killifish in the corner. He likes to hang out under the canopy of weeds. And the darters, they're in and out. They'll show themselves sometimes. In fact, there's one in the back there. See, there he just moved, just underneath the tubing for the filter. And yeah, they're in and out. Sometimes they'll be tucked in the rock. Sometimes they'll be out and about. The catfish is nowhere to be found. I let him go in here and he swam down and I lost track of him and I haven't seen him since. And given he's a catfish, I might never see him again, so I have no idea how he's doing, but all the other fish are doing fine, so I would have to assume that he's doing okay as well. So yeah, there we go. There's the new fish tank set up. Hopefully these fish last quite a while. Don't know if I'm going to add anything else to it in the near future, but we will see. This is always going to be a work in progress. So one last note, when I said that this was going to be a Raritan River tank, I meant just that. All the sand on the bottom, the plants, the rocks, those are all from the Raritan River. So the river is well represented here. And I will definitely enjoy looking at these guys swimming around for quite some time. So that's going to do it. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you on the next adventure.